This is part 2 of what your favorite helmet in Helldivers 2 says about you. Highly requested, let's jump into it with a couple of quick things. I got 3 requests on my last video. Number 1, can I put the helmets up a little bit longer, so I will try and make the helmets visible for a little bit longer. Number 2, can I say their names so you know what helmet I'm talking about? I'm happy to accommodate both those things. And number 3, so many people requested, can you please do the Halo crossover? With that said, the A9 and the A35, the ODST crossover helmets, if these are your favorite helmets, what can I say? I could be mean. There's a lot of mean things I could say about it, but hasn't life been mean enough to you already? The last good Halo game came out, what, like 15 years ago, and you've got the Netflix Halo series? Like, if you wear this helmet, if this is your favorite helmet, the thing I know about you is you probably need a hug. The GS66 Lawmaker, if this is your favorite helmet, I know 2 things about you. 1, you probably have corrected more people in your life saying, actually, it's not Baby Yoda, it's Grogu. And 2, you were told specifically that it would be, quote, ridiculous to allow hats on helmets. Even though we already have this thing, you just wanted a little cowboy hat to go on your helmet to match the whole aesthetic, and you were told no, and you have not let that go. The AFO2 Hasmaster. Now, I know the jokes write themselves. We could talk about you're an agent of Nurgle. We could talk about pheromone maxing. The jokes are there. I'm not saying that they're not good jokes, but I specifically feel like there's one thing that fits the person who likes this helm much, much better. And that is specifically this video, which I'll show you a clip from that came out like 8 years ago. I guarantee you played it on repeat.
Food. Well, I guess it'll have to do. Ready?
Ready. It ain't carrots, it ain't peas, it ain't the kippers in the salted grease.
I know that's really, really specific, but if you like the hazmat look, you had to have seen that. You had to have shared that. Don't lie to me. The Parade Commander. You are, without a doubt, the chillest guy. And that's not necessarily a good thing. Like, it's good to be chill, but very specifically, you are chill to the point where, like, your team is pinned down. They are being decimated. Reinforcements are being slaughtered. You don't care. You're gonna drop in with your measly bolt-action Master of Ceremony rifle that is truly, truly awful, and you're gonna take those enemies on one at a time as slowly as possible. Meta? Never heard of it. Sweaty, try hard, these are things you will never be accused of. You see the game as a means to an end, and that end is to look as cool as possible and play however you want. Way to stick it to society, man. The SA25 Steel Trooper helmet with the really, really cool tactical eyepiece. You are the polar opposite of the chillness we were just talking about. You are the kind of gamer who calls out coordinates using tactical lingo. You'll be playing Call of Duty and say things like, we got 2 tangos at North by Northwest 335 about 3 clicks away. I also feel like you expect everyone to call things by their actual name. Like if someone calls out like, whoa, I've got a tentacle monster on me, you'll correct them and say, actually, that's called an impaler. The C27 Groundbreaker. I can't put my finger exactly on why, but I know this. I feel this in my heart of hearts. If you love this helmet, if this is your favorite helmet, I think you have at least 1,000 hours in Deep Rock Galactic. Like, the helmet isn't very dwarfy, like nothing about it screams Deep Rock Galactic, but when I look at that, I just know, I have that feeling, I just know you've spent way too long underground and are used to shouting, Rock and Stone! This is another twofer, the B24 and the CE74. I feel like both of these helmets specifically scream, I like Star Wars, I love Star Wars, but I only like the original series and the prequels. Like nothing new, nothing that came out after like 2000. You don't want to hear about Kylo Ren, you don't want to hear people talk about their fan theories for Grey Jedi Knights, you don't want to hear about The Mandalorian, you just want to watch the same movie you've watched since the 1970s. And there's nothing wrong with that. I gotta preface it, there's nothing wrong with that. As a side note, I've never actually watched Star Wars, so if I'm off on that one, that's why. Everything I know about Star Wars is from like absorbing it via osmosis from pop culture. I've never actually sat down and watched the series. I know that's like a huge nerd sin, but here we are. The Arctic Ranger. If this is your favorite helmet, I know one thing immediately about you, and that is you wish that this game had some form of transmog system or ability to change the paint color of your items because your favorite helmet is locked into a stupid color that only matches like 2 armors in the entire game. As a person who wears the Butcher armor, also known as the Christmas tree armor, I feel you on a personal level. I too wish I could get rid of my hideous armor. The Light Gunner helmet. No jokes here. Congratulations. Congratulations. You are objectively correct. This is the best and coolest helmet. Again, we wish we could change the color so we could wear it with everything, but as far as helmets go, you've won the lottery. This is the best helmet. The Roadblock. When you play Dungeons & Dragons or an ARPG or anything that allows you to customize your character and choose your class, there are 2 things you will always choose. 1, some sort of berserker, barbarian, raw, I'm angry, I have 3 axes and only 2 hands, and you're gonna select a mohawk. Like, you look at this and think, yeah, that right there, that's peak fantasy. Ironically enough, I also know you've never had a mohawk in your entire life. The Prototype X armor. I can't put my finger exactly on it, but I have a feeling that when Soul Calibur was really popular, like that really short period of time where Soul Calibur 2 was like every game everyone was playing, Soul Calibur 2, you mained Voldo, didn't you? The Alpha Commander armor. I get the sneaking suspicion that you still use the "can it run Doom" jokes, like your friends buy a brand new Samsung fridge and the first thing you're asked, but can it run Doom? Anytime someone buys a piece of technology, that is going to be the first question you ask. And I would say that joke is tired and it's time to be retired, but I'm also genuinely curious if your new touchscreen Bluetooth Yeti cooler can run Doom, so please continue to ask this question. The Jaguar helmet, the less cool cousin of this helmet. I guarantee that if you prefer the brown hat over the Predator helmet, you are a little brother or little sister, a little sibling of some sort. Like, you never got to play as Mario, you always had to be Luigi. When you played the NES Spider-Man, you never got to be Spider-Man, you always had to be Venom. When you played Double Dragon, you never got to be Billy, you always had to be Jimmy. When you played Street Fighter, you never got to be Ryu, you always had to be his lame brother Ken. And yes, JT, I'm looking right at you. Why did you never let me be Spider-Man? I just wanted to be Spider-Man. The Infiltrator helmet. This is the embodiment of I'm you but better. It's a little bit sleeker than the standard helmet, it's a little bit cooler than the standard helmet. You know, you had to unlock it, so when people were first playing the game, having it was a little bit more of a status symbol. I feel like if this is your favorite helmet, maybe even without realizing or meaning, you've got a little bit of the one-up syndrome. You know, someone tells you a story that they took out 50 bugs with one 500 kg, you took out 100 bugs with one 500 kg. Someone tells you that they just soloed a level 7 mission, you just soloed a level 8 mission, you know, just maybe even not in a mean way, just unintentionally, a little bit of a show off. And that's okay. I cannot believe this is part 2 and there are still more helmets. I truly did not realize how many helmets were in this game and how few of them we can wear because they don't go with the armor that I wear. Please, Arrowhead, unlock the armor colors for us. Tell me in the comments down below if you want a part 3 to this so we can finish it out. Thank you as always for watching, supporting, like, subscribe, all that sort of thing, and have a blessed day.